Good evening. It's 9:25 at night, and I just got home. Booted her downtown for a second and back, and I had the privilege today of understanding something that to me is well, it's pretty remarkable. Um, I have 7,300, I think, in 70 views so far. 1,095 videos. No, no, subscribers. Oh, gee, I only have 516 videos. I um, I am getting ready to celebrate my birthday tomorrow. Unbelievable. I will be 73 years young, old. I probably would prefer young. Um, I anticipate more birthdays. I I don't know what our creator has in mind for my life. Um, some would say it's nearly spent. You might look back and have a clue. And but is it spent? If you have one day left to live, well, that's 24 hours. And that's better than no hours at all. Anyways, today running my little truck, the one of the guys said, "Well, just wait, and you can follow so and so, and they'll show you where you go to the new dump, and so on and so on." And I thought, I redeemed the day. I I I work only one way that I know, and that is flat out as hard as I can go to honor my creator and also to honor my mom. She taught me how to work. Oh boy, let me tell you. So I it could be said that I am somewhat, shall we say, impatient. It's probably true. But I don't inflict that on others intentionally. It's just a standard that I maintain for myself. Anyways, I drove up to where I knew the mine was, and I thought, okay, I drive the second smallest truck in the world at work. Okay. Um, but there are things called wiggle wagons, and they are smaller. They carry about half what my little tiny truck carries. And I thought, well, surely I can drive up on the silly dump area, which I knew where it was. And all I have to do is look around and see the tiniest little piles in the world and just dump to them. As it happened, uh, didn't work out quite that way. And I thought, okay, am I going to embarrass myself by dumping to the wrong stupid place? And what if somebody on the other crew and they're managing that particular dump? What if someone picks on me and explains in no uncertain detail that perhaps I should learn where to dump? And then I thought, oh, the humiliation associated with not taking advice and just going and doing my own thing. And I thought, I'm not doing that. I mean, I've already just finished doing it. That's why I'm here. I don't know where to dump my load. And so I thought, hey, answer, solution, simple. You just have to figure it out sometimes. Oh, my microphone's way far away. I hope you hear me. And so I changed the radio to a different channel, and I said, anyone tell me where I should dump this load? And the guy came on the radio. He said, is this Cowboy Jim? I said, yes, it is. Oh, he said, my girlfriend and I, we watch your videos. She said the other night, shift change, short change, and we watched 2 of your videos. And I thought, that's so kind of you. I thanked him. I mean, I thanked him profusely. And he was from a different company, a different crew. And he just chatted up my YouTube channel, went all over the mine. Oh my goodness. And not supposed to do that really. And I sat there in my little tiny truck in awe that, again, I say our Creator has found it within His providence um, to allow me the privilege and the honor of reaching out and touching people, and in some ways, perhaps touching their hearts. And I am totally, totally in awe of people who take the time just to care. Yes, okay. Hey. So a young man was taking care of a rather old rancher. But more important than that, I think when a person's heart can easily be touched, it indicates an awareness by them of the fleeting passage of time, shall we say. I won't wax too eloquent, okay? But to see people care, and 3 or 4 of that crew commented, Cowboy Jim. Well, it's a novel idea. I'm the only one in the mine that wears a cowboy hat that I'm aware of. And I guess most all of my life I've been about the only person standing around, unless I was down southwest to Calgary or Calgary Stampede. People used to say, "Oh, you really got dressed up for the Stampede." I would say no. This is just the way I am. Anyways, so I I he told me where to dump, and I just was in my own quiet, peaceful way thanking God for the privilege, the honor of having such a medium as this, and then trying to bring some joy to people's hearts. And it got worse. I mean, that was good, but it got worse later because I drove up at about 5 o'clock shortly after, and it was kind of break time, and I didn't want to be driving, and so on and so on. When people are trying to close their eyes for a few minutes and recover, the strain and the stress of driving truck is just haul truck. It's pretty big. Easier to run a hoe or a dozer or an RTB or a grader. It's easier. It's less stress. It's less pressure. So so I knew this time where to dump because a young man had told me. I mean, if you have ever seen a D11, they're just gigantic. And the dozer guy, he said, Cowboy Jim, you just hold up a minute. And he says, all position, and you just come and dump to me. And I thought, these these people don't owe me a blessed thing. They don't they're not obligated to help or care. And so the second load I took out, or third or fourth, whatever. But the last load that I took, I buried my truck. Okay, I'm talking. We're talking a mud dump, and we're talking a little tiny truck, and and so I thought, hey, the way to do this, well, I dumped my load already, and I kind of took a shortcut, which wouldn't have taken a shortcut. They usually turn out longer, and you know you're stuck when there is no hope you're going to make any forward progress. Okay, that's simple. It's not hard. And so, a few tricks that I've learned over the years. One, lift the box, and that puts the weight of the box on the back wheels, which works quite often. Load the retarder. You're not supposed to do that at this crew, but I mean, simple truth is you need to achieve momentum and maintain it, hopefully. And so I took two or three passes and I failed and it wasn't coming. I took my hat off and I asked God, would you please get me out of this? Yeah, well, he didn't immediately, let me tell you. And so another guy comes on the radio, two-way radio. He says, Cowboy Jim, he says, you almost got out that time. He said, put your box back up, load the retarder, only this time wiggle your front wheels. And I thought, I know that I was supposed to be wiggling my front wheels. I know it works in sand. I did not realize it worked in probably half a meter of mud. And so I did exactly what the man said. And I let her rip backwards, and I kept the wheels just going side to side on the front and backed right out. He said, Cowboy Jim, you really did that well. And I think, I hope, I hope that I'm as caring as those guys were, and girls, gals. Actually, the women can be better drivers, safer. Can be, not all. Some are, guarantee you. Anyways, so tomorrow I am going to wake up and I am going to be 1 year blessed older. Actually, I'll only be a day older, but it's the start of a new year. Guy said today, he said, oh, Jim, you have a good attitude. I said, I live every day as though it were going to be my last day. And so I live it right to the nines. It helps that I I have never felt old. Well, there was a lady. Oh, well, she said, "You are you you're not young." And I thought, but I don't feel old. But she was right. I still didn't feel old. I encourage you, live your day as though it were going to be your last day. Do not waste money. Do not be careless. Do not be irresponsible. Do not procrastinate, but take the time God is made available to you and pour yourself into this day that you're living. And I have said this before. You and I, as we live our day, we actually are creating, it's the only creation that we can do, uh, memories for other people to remember us by. I think that's pretty cool. So, I don't know the name of all those guys from that wonderful company. I used to work for that company. Oh, would I love to work for them again? I don't know their names, but I thought, you know something? Few of them may well watch my Cowboy Jim YouTube. So, guys, and gals, I just want to thank you for looking out for old Cowboy Jim. Incidentally, I still don't feel old. But then I'm only going to be 73. Whoa. I've got to tell you about a friend of mine, Vic, from Sheridan, Wyoming. And he called me one day back about ten years ago, not that long ago. And he said, Jim, he said, I have a new girlfriend. I said, you got to be kidding. I said, good for you. He said, Jim, don't know. Think perhaps might be something wrong with the lady. I said, in what way, Vic? He said, well, okay. He said that they could share a bed together, but that's as far as it went. And I thought, Vic, you're 96 years of age. I, I said, man, you're my hero, eh? 96 years of age. I think that's noteworthy. Say, listen, we can't impose our supposed morality on others. It's not our right. And if you can't take joy in a 96-year-old man who I pray that he will discover the joy of being at peace with God through accepting Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior. But until he does, I'm not going to pick on him about anything. People say, well, you should. No, no, no. I won't judge anyone either. I'll pray for them. I'll encourage them. I'll try to be as nice to whoever I meet as these wonderful people were today, taking care of, helping this old white haired rancher. What a joy. What an honor. Hey, I want to be like Vic when I'm 96. I still want to be working when I'm 80. And I mean really working. Hopefully in a hoe. Okay, God bless. Okay. You're making memories for someone. Okay. And our Creator has given you the opportunity to do just that. I think it's just so fantastic. God bless you. Whoa. Live your life thinking like old Vic, 96, Last I heard, he was 102. Whoa. Boy, that might be getting old. God bless.